Broadcasting live from the ruins of Cybertron. It is I and Talib.
Hey guys.
I still said that wrong.
Oh, you're good.
What are we doing today, sir?
Well, so a couple weeks ago, I picked up something, and then you picked up something similar. It's the Blokees Transformers. So you have the RC, and I have Optimus Prime. So Max had a great idea that we go live and play with some toys.
Hey, does your mine says that RC's chest and eyes have lights that can glow? My RC got electric boobies.
Same as mine, and I bet I don't have the batteries for it.
I bet I don't either.
It doesn't say on the packaging which batteries. No. So if everybody's unaware, so Blokees is it's a third-party company that's licensed Transformer toys. So and everybody gets confused about the name. Is it Blokees? Is it Blokees? It's Blokees. They were originally going to make like a building block set, and that was how they got the name Blokees. But most of their stuff, like if you get the small ones, those do kind of look like Lego minifigures or Mega. Is it Mega?
Mega blocks
figures. And then now this is the classic class, and I think these are about 4 to 5 inches tall. And if you look on the back of the packaging, I mean, we'll crack them open, but they're
I got a few of the small ones.
They're pieces on trees. And if you haven't been paying attention to my Instagram, they are working on a Devastator. Max has one of the Constructicons, but they're doing also Constructicon construction vehicles, and that will form Devastator. So there isn't a whole lot of information on Devastator right now. They just showed it at one of the recent like toy shows in Asia. They showed a complete prototype version of it, all the bits that are used to create Devastator. And the only news I've really heard on it is so Blokees have been coming out in waves, and they're blind boxes. I think there's a way you can tell in it by looking at the barcode what character it is. So right now there's been 2 pieces of Devastator that have already come out, but the word is that Devastator might get their own wave. And there are some retailers that allow you to purchase whole waves. I know Shozi's one of them. I don't know if there's any domestic retailers that are allowing.
These things just kind of appeared out of nowhere for me. You know, I was kind of third-party Transformers is about the only thing I really mess with, and especially since they got rid of Core Class and a few masterpieces, but you know, I love Gundams. So when I saw these and I saw that they were, you know, treed and you could put them together, and I'm like, how did that work? You know, little bitty blind boxes that size, because all I had ever seen were the small ones, and I was like, these things are idiot proof. The instructions, forget about it. You get no instructions. Those instructions are awful.
And it seemed like last year was the 40th anniversary, and then Hasbro just opened up the licensing agreements for other companies, and we've seen all kinds of stuff. Like what is it, YOLO Park? We were just talking about earlier. Those they've been knocking those out the park. Those are
that
like
YOLO
model
Park
kits.
Starscream is amazing. Absolutely.
It looks like the masterpiece Starscream. Like it has that toon look to it. And if like you don't want a transforming toy and you just want an action figure of Starscream, the YOLO Park's a way to go. It has die-cast metal in it, like the shoulders and his intake vents that are above his head. Those are all die-cast metal.
I mean, honestly, you're a collector of masterpiece Transformers. I've
Yep.
still got a few of them. I've got my MP1 Optimus. I think I've transformed him once into vehicle mode and then back out. I've got up on the shelf up there, I've got the Megatron MP36, the first one.
It's a great toy.
And I am scared death to put him in pistol form.
Yep.
No way in hell.
I have the
But
KO one, so I don't get as scared. But I know what you mean.
yeah. Yeah, you go transform a $600 toy
I'm
and
I'm
all
not
that
yeah. I'm
yeah,
not scared to transform them. I'm not scared to transform them, but usually I watch a video as I'm doing it just to make sure I don't break anything or screw something up to break stuff. But a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
the Takara stuff's pretty solid. The third party figures you kind of have to worry about
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, I saw plenty of people when that first KO Megatron really dropped, the MP36 KO. Everybody was like that little bitty pistol piece, was always coming off. The minute you stuck it into the silencer and all that, it wasn't ever coming out. Of course, that was also a problem with the Takara Tomy piece too.
Yeah.
But
I know some people was putting the silencer on the barrel too tight, and then it would get stuck on there, and they were actually breaking the barrel off. So you had to be real
oh
careful.
yeah.
Hey, Abby.
Oh, Rowdy, I'm sorry. Did I win? I haven't watched it. I have been so we we Tal and I got this, and this was kind of such a last minute, so y'all can enjoy the just watch us today for our fails. There will be plenty and many.
I talked it up earlier trying to make it sound like it was something in the works, but yeah, it was pretty last minute.
Oh, that
I was
no,
driving my
no, I mean, we've been planning this for weeks.
yeah, weeks. But yeah, well, should we crack them open, or are we gonna? Do we have some more stuff to BS about? I can't. I think we could pretty much.
Well, I mean, we've got I think I think we're ready to bust these open. People are ready to see what these packages are. This is I've got, like Tal said, I've got the RC, and here I'll let's go ahead and switch to. You ready to switch to the other camera?
Yeah, go for it.
All righty.
All right. So, can you guys hear me? Okay.
And
Yeah, I still have the tape on mine, so I'm just going to cut that right now.
now and listen, for the last few of these that I have done, I did get me some little nippers that I use for my modeling. You can find these almost any hobby shop or on YouTube. I've got a little bitty file in case there's any edges, an X-Acto, but I only use the dull end, not the sharp end. And these are, and you know what the great thing about this? They're $15. That's the thing that I love. These little small ones. These are the ones I picked up the other day. These are $5 a piece.
Yeah, the big one's 10, right?
I paid 15.
Oh,
We got a place here in about an hour north of me called Game Exchange, and all right, that's it. Nothing else in the box.
yeah, I picked mine up from Walmart, and they were just under $10.
I have not seen any of the big ones here in at Walmart. I've only seen Like the ones we get at my Walmart are these the movie ones. And they're okay. I don't dislike the movie ones. They're definitely from Transformers 1. Please read all instructions. Well, what if I don't wanna?
Is that mic crunching? I don't want to be too loud crunching this.
Oh no, crunch it. See, that's the other. It doesn't matter. What age group do they sell these things for? What do they got it for? Let's see. Not for children under 3. So these damn things are literally just for anybody over the age of 3. And that makes no damn sense. No brush required, no glue required, and no cutters required. And I will say,
I don't understand why they say no cutters.
Yeah, I mean, I like my nippers mostly because it has the word nip in it. But I definitely recommend nipping shears. But you can pop these things off without them, but
yeah, I've built enough Gundam to know nipper shears are your best friend.
Yeah, especially if you don't want to be filing shit down and stuff like that.
So the little instructions says what batteries go in these. CR927.
And I bet I don't have any here. Let's see.
Wait a minute. There is a tab in his body piece, so it has batteries in it.
What? Oh, you're right.
Cool.
I wonder how hard it is to put that. How do you turn them on and off? Oh,
Did you figure it out? Thursdays after Mega Powers. I guess it'd help if you read the instructions.
I guess if you pull that tab out, they come on.
Like maybe on their own? I mean, it's on mine.
Yeah, they're on. I've definitely got light coming out. See if I can get that tab back in there. Well, there's got to be. I guess. All right. Fine. I'll read the damn instructions.
It looks like if you tap it. I don't know. Light trigger reminder.
Yeah.
Triggered by shaking the body in the front and the rear directions. Most sensitive. Please unplug the pet spacer before first use. Interesting.
Yeah, you shake it front to back like that. But it looks like...
I wonder if it's on a timer.
It seems to be because I set it down. Let's see how long that takes.
Looking at RC, though, I definitely want to get RC. I love my Finn.
Man, I'm going to tell you, and I was really hoping for some transfer, like some water transfers, but everything on the box is... Their deco is amazing.
You were hoping for water transfers? You
I
SOB.
love water transfers. Gimme. I know, right? I'm fairly certain there was droppage as a child.
There are some decals that go on the bases. So I don't know about your figure, but mine starts out with a little head first.
Can't go wrong with a little head first.
Nope.
Yeah, there is definitely a timer on that because it's already off again.
Yep, mine's off as well.
Okay.
All right, so
and
for my head, most of it's on this blue. So I need runner E and F. There's his face.
And you got the Optimus Prime. Ooh, see, they're doing really good with these things. There's no reason for this price point that these things look as good as they do.
Well, and I see why they suggest you don't need nippers because they peel off real easily.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. All right, which is that? I do some of the high res metal body Gundams that are stupidly overpriced, and I always do them way too fast. So I'm really liking that.
I found the hell. Where's the headpiece at?
F1. No, there's F1. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, Dins. Hey, Hobby, I got a bicycle today, and I couldn't figure out why I got one. And then Tao reminded me that I won it. And I got a sticker. So, thank you. TH, that's pretty much where I'm at on all these. They just appeared to me out of nowhere. I was watching Tao's channel.
Oh, there it is.
And
jeez,
I started seeing them. Also, Rowdy Riles was also talking about them. And
I think she had the Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah. The well, I was really kind of hoping that maybe he'd just go ahead and send me one of the 3-wheelers. But anyway, yeah, Rowdy had the Charizard. And watching her put that together, I knew these were something that I had to watch out for, but I never expected them to do Transformers like they're doing. I mean, let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Here we go. And that is just...
There we go.
And there's no bits. Like, oh, that looks good. You know, I brought a sanding stick, but
don't really need it.
I think even if I didn't have the nippers, everything fits together really, really well. Now, I could see somebody possibly wanting, if they really knew what they were doing, getting some glue, like some real thin for 1 or 2 bits, if they were planning on doing a lot of posing and stuff like that. But you don't even need that.
Right. Yeah, like I was saying, I clipped one with a nipper, and the other two just kind of fell out on their own.
Yeah. That's been my experience with some of the smaller sets too. The only thing that I really, and I get it. It's there's always going to be one drawback to having it at the price point that it is. And that's the blind boxes.
Yep. Yeah, like I was saying before we started, I'm a control freak and I want to know what I'm buying.
Yeah, ditto. Uh-oh. Oh, this might not be good.
What'd you do?
I might. Oh, no, it says it's on the F1 tree. Well, I thought I was missing a piece. And nope, and there it is, right there where it said it is. Just pay the fuck attention, Max. See, you get talking about some friggin' prime head, and I lose all attention. I've done a lot of Gundams over the years. I mean, a lot. I've got a Sabazi that took me with the import parts and stuff. Took me probably close to 3 months to complete, with all the water transfer stickers, the metal parts. It's
Was that like a master
3
grade?
months. It was a version Ka. Those are the ones that I do.
See, I've yet to do a master
But
grade.
it's definitely a master. Dude, that's the only way to go. Real grade will make you climb clock towers.
I think that's what I've done is real grades.
Oh, they are. It's a lot of people will avoid the master grade because they think that it's going to be harder than a real grade, and it's definitely a size difference. But I find them a lot simpler. The real grade is just so many. They try to pack so many details into such a small space that it can really just make you climb clock towers. But master grade it's not as difficult as people think. Unless you go, ordering resin parts and metal bits and stuff like that and just make it harder. But if you just are going for an out of the box construction, you're going to be pretty happy with it. Oh, I wish that glowed better.
Definitely the way the joints are, that softer plastic reminds me of Gundams.
These things are going to take over.
Well, I tell you
I
what,
am.
kids could get into these.
Oh, I found the first spot that I need to do a little sanding on. And here's a little trick for you kids. Don't use the sharp end of an X-Acto. Use the dull end, and most of these plastics will just do it nice and easy.
Yeah, really
most
smooth
of the time,
elbow joint.
yeah, it'll smooth it out. Yeah, the joints are really great. And it's something too that they just, it's not a super hard plastic like you were just saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you really got to worry that this is just going to fall apart on you as soon as you get it. You can tell these things are meant to be put together and played with.
Yeah.
And if they fall apart, you just pop them back together.
Well, Rowdy, thanks for joining.
Absolutely, Rowdy. Always welcome. The Pokemon are a lot easier. Oh, no, I'm not ready to do that yet. Quit getting ahead of yourself, Max.
Yeah, and everything seems to pop in real smooth and snug. It's almost like they're not tabs; they're little ball joints, and it pops right in.
Yeah, absolutely. But,
So yeah,
I really see these. I don't think a lot of people know about these things. I've never seen, until the algorithm got a hold of me. I never seen an advertisement for one of these.
I would imagine with it being a product from Asia, maybe that's why you're not seeing commercials for them.
Well, I am now. They are definitely, I see them on my Facebook page a lot. I've been seeing them a lot on Instagram.
I think the first time I saw them at stores were like local toy shops before I saw them at Walmart. And I know one of our comic book shops took some pictures of some today.
I wonder if these are, I don't know who it would be. Somebody's distributing these, like, oh yeah, that's, see if I can show you. Can you see that glow?
Yeah.
And I wish her little headlights are a little. All right. I mean, that is just fantastic.
Now, does your chest piece have a little Autobot insignia on it before you put all that stuff? Like
the where the light is underneath, but there's not one like on the front. Now there's definitely on the little gray bit that has the little battery pack,
mm-hmm.
which holy crap. You know, that's one thing that I don't like about that battery is sooner or later that's going to have to come out.
Yeah. But
you know, these things,
you might be able to unplug it easy
not
enough.
to, yeah, you could take that back apart pretty easy. And I really think that the way they've got these set up, that you might start seeing some custom stuff. Being able to take like some extra bits and making your own.
Yeah.
I know I've seen somebody take like, well, you know, I've got the Transformers one, the little small one. I'm fairly certain I could pull his arm off and put Megatron's arm on there if you wanted some Energon Universe action.
It's funny all the different places that are trying to make on that Optimus Prime with the Megatron arm.
Man, I've been seeing it everywhere. And they finally, let's see, F3.
All the third-party companies are going to have something out before there's something official.
It's sure looking that way. Where is... Oh, over here. Nope, that's F2. God damn it. Oh, okay. I'm blind. And see, I do that every damn time. I go looking for a tree and I read it as it says F1, but I'm seeing F10 because I'm stupid.
Well, I was having a hard time finding this chess piece, and I was like, there's no tree that's 02. It's D, dummy. I will say the instructions are okay. If you're used to Gundam instructions, Bandai does such a good job with their instructions to follow step by step. This one's a little bit not so much.
It is, their instructions are definitely the worst part about this process. That is 100%. Especially on the smaller ones, because unless you get one of the main figures, well, here, let me see if I got. Yeah, here we go. So this is what the instructions look like for the small ones. If you get one of the big ones, like if I got Grimlock or if I got Nemesis Prime, or is that maybe that's shattered glass version. So these apparently are what they call standard bodies. So if you go over here to the other side, you look at these, there is no instructions how to put it together. And at best, it says, please refer to Grimlock's building logic. Well, the fuck does that mean?
They just pretty much pat you on the ass and say, good luck.
Yeah. It's, you don't really need them. Once you put one together, your first one is probably going to be like, it might take you a few minutes longer. But once you get that first one down, the rest of these are, you know, there's a, you just kind of get it. I don't know how to explain it any further than that. Seeing how they're aging these out to 3 and older, I don't imagine there's many 4-year-olds who are out there not struggling doing this. So if you're an adult and you have kids that you plan on buying these for, this video is for you. You're welcome.
Now I'm trying to do the windshield of Optimus Prime. All right, that popped right in. Looked like it was going to be a chore, but no, he popped right in.
See, that's the thing about everything looks like it's going to be a chore, and then it's not. Okay, that says B. Does that say B or does that say D? That's a D. See, I'm doing the same shit you are.
Well, and that's the other thing too. So you do want to follow the instructions on these because your numbers are different left and right.
Yeah. What I usually do is I'll just take the piece and I'll set it right on top of the picture. If I'm confused, which is apparently often.
So you have an optimal setup. I am behind my camera, looking over it. It's a little challenging. I've never built a kit like this yet.
I got to remember that I have that set up and remember to put my hands underneath my camera so people aren't going, "What are you doing, Max?
What the hell's he doing?
What is he doing? He keeps moving off camera? What are you doing, Max?"
So here's the
I'm
chest.
nipping it. Oh man,
And his chest does open up to reveal his matrix chamber.
does it have a matrix to drop in there, or
You can kind of see something. All right. I guess we'll go for his other arm. D110.
I think with these that have lights, I was thinking like maybe I should, get out some of that really thin brush glue to hit a few spots, but definitely don't want to do that on a body. Oh, that's what those are. Those are guns. And there's some good painting options for this. Like I could definitely see going in and doing some panel lines and stuff like that on.
Yeah, I think more so with RC than Optimus. Optimus seems to have a lot more breakage of.
I just screwed up, so I got to pull pieces apart. Put this arm on backwards. So let's see how hard it is. If I broke this on live TV, I'm going to be so sad.
In stream, we're done.
Yep. It's never happened. We're never doing this again. I'll say that wasn't too bad. Yeah. That holds together fine.
Well,
all right then.
Ball joints, right? So it should just pop.
Yeah, ball joints and a few pegs. You said that there's a couple of those the Devastator pieces that are out already?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Scavenger and Bone Crusher. The arms, maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
No. Is that it for the arms? Oh, well, shit, I guess that's it for the arms. Let's put them on.
Let's see. 1, 2.
I could see them doing some really, I could see them competing with Bandai on these.
Oh,
If
competing with Bandai? I don't know about that.
listen, I mean, if they're doing this, and this is what their first year doing these.
Well, yeah, I think Flame Toys out there too doing Transformers model kits, and they're at the level of Bandai stuff. Have you ever put together one of the Flame Toys Fury model kits?
Yeah, I don't know that I can agree with you on the same level as Bandai, because I'm going to tell you those Flame Kit Transformers are a fucking nightmare.
Well,
They,
same
I
problem that this is with Flame Toys is the instructions are a pain in the ass.
Their instructions are a pain in the ass. Like I've done, let's see, Flame Toys. I've done the Starscream. I've done the Shattered Glass Optimus. I did the Snake Eyes. And I'm gonna tell you that the Snake Eyes was that's what did it for me. I was like, nope, I'm done with this. I'll never buy another Flame Toys. Their plastic is stupid brittle. It's definitely something that you need to know. It says you don't need any glue. Bullshit. But you damn sure need to have enough modeling experience to know where to glue.
So I have had the opposite experience. I didn't have any
I'm
issues
glad.
with the kits that I had. So I've done I did a Optimus Prime, a Megatron, and the Mandalorian. And I didn't have any issues.
None.
Now I know Zakanin did their RC and had a breakage on one of the ball joints.
Yeah, I told him. I did. I remember when he showed that off on screen, and I was like, that's gonna be the biggest love-hate thing that you ever do. And I mean, they're great kits. I really liked it. It wasn't. Oh, I totally did that backwards too. I gotta pull that off. Is that you buzzing?
Yeah, it's my phone.
Or is that me?
It's my phone.
As I just thought I was like, something's going on. Oh shit. Maybe I can pop that out. Well, pip down.
Yeah, and I pulled a U and wasn't behind camera trying to put that on.
my thing with Flame Toys is it's not that I'm saying they're not good kits. I'm saying that they're not as they sell them as, Bandai, man, I guarantee you I could hand a master grade Bandai to a 10-year-old and he's not going to have that much trouble really getting that together with Japanese instructions. And, it's just with Flame Toys, they're delicate
Yeah.
in places that they shouldn't be.
Well, and to be fair, Bandai has been doing it since what, the 70s?
Oh, yeah. And listen, I've put together some delicate, the real grade. Oh my God. My daughter did a real grade figure, and I didn't think I'd ever get her to do another Bandai kit again. She was so pissed off after it. Bandai's good at what they do, and you can't really compare anybody else to what Bandai does, because Bandai it's Bandai.
Yep.
Well,
We're not chilling here, folks.
I'll shill. Send me free shit, Bandai. Did I? Oh, I did. I was trying to put the wrong one on there. God, I wish I could. I wish I'd shill for Bandai. In a heartbeat. Free shit. I don't want to meet you. I don't need to go to any of your events. Just send me shit.
I will have to say, I enjoy how Hobby Lobby does a 40% off on model kits, and they have Flame Toy kits. They have Bandai Gundam kits. They have Pokemon model kits. They have all kinds of stuff under that 45% off deal they do like every 3 weeks.
Yeah. And you should totally go into Hobby Lobby and buy from them during their.
Hey, you know what? All of their shitty policies. That's why you should go there and steal them of their kits. Get them for cheap.
Yeah, it's a steal. Wink, wink, wink. I have noticed we got one here in town, and used to have to drive an hour for everything. Now we're starting to get some civilization here in little old Natchitoches. And the Hobby Lobby here usually has a really good selection of Gundams, but my comic book shop in Shreveport, that would be Excalibur, cards, games, and comics, games, and cards. They usually get those ones that are really hard to locate. They've always got a perfect grade somewhere on the shelf that is way out of my budget.
Oh yeah, that perfect grade, like the main Gundam. That's super expensive. I want one of those at one time.
$400, and then you got to spend another $150 on the LEDs.
Oh, if you want the LEDs.
Oh, I want the LEDs. I want. Why would you put together a perfect grade? And oh man, listen, I almost went all in on the perfect grade unicorn. after everything, it would have been, oh geez, I think somewhere around I put that one on wrong. Why do you keep doing this? That's perfect, Dobby. Max Shillian. I love it. I think I would have been $600 in with the weapons upgrade and backpack, the LED system, and the perfect grade Gundam and the base.
Oh,
And
wow.
and that's if I didn't order any metal parts from China or any resin pieces to expand it. Oh, no, I should have one more piece. And
One thing I'm finding really cool with this, the amount of layers, like how a Gundam kit does. You're different, and that's like twice to 3 times as much as one of these, and you're getting the same thing.
yeah, and that's why I was saying that these are, I think, really about to blow up. And again, this is me. I'm just speculating here. But if they can produce this, then if they did, say, a 6-inch or a 12-inch figure,
Yeah.
I would buy it. I absolutely would, given the quality that I'm seeing at this size. You know, this is, well, here, she's, so basically 4.5 inches. I would totally be down for a
I
6
think
to 12 inch.
I might be wrong, but I think one of the reasons why they can keep their costs down is because they're not assembling the toy.
Oh, absolutely. But let me tell you, if this right here, a 4.5 inch figure, is going for, well, you said I overpaid, so $10, and then for a little 2.5 inch figure is $5. What would you pay, given this quality, for a 6 to 12 inch figure? But wait, before you answer, there's more. I mean, no, seriously.
So something that's almost 2 inches bigger. I mean, probably another $5 on top of it. Because you figure the little ones are like $5 to $6, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at maxing out for their, this is their high end. This is, I'm guessing, more than I do. Is this the biggest they make?
Yeah, as far as I know, this is the biggest. I didn't even know they made this size either, because I come across Walmart. I was like, "What's this?" And then I was like, $10. That's it. So it threw me off.
Yeah, and it's got lights.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And you don't have to buy the batteries for it. Comes with them already pre-installed.
I've been impressed with these since the first one. That's it. My trees are empty.
You beat me.
Did I? How much
Yeah.
you got left?
I still have another leg, the weapon, and I'm still in the first leg.
That's okay. Age before beauty. I still got to do the base.
So I'm either talking too much.
And you get a peg to geez, man. I can't. There's no way not to be unimpressed. Energon crystals. Let's see what these stickers look like on here. I really fucking hate stickers. I think I got kicked off of
Wasn't you touting about water slide stickers just a little bit ago?
no, I like water slides. I'm all about the water slides.
I just have nightmares of when I was a child building glue model kits with water slide stickers, because a lot of times my grandma would pick up model kits from garage sales, and God knows how long they were sitting in the people's garages, and those water slide stickers were an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, they would be 20-year-old water slides.
Yep.
And just disintegrate the minute you touch them.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't even get a good high off that glue because the stickers were pissing me off.
Well, they've got the modeling glue. That's probably the reason I'm half stupid today. Those stickers went on really easy. Let's see if I can get a good pose here.
So how long have we been doing this?
We're 58 minutes in.
Oh, not bad. So that's the other thing that I like about model kits, and kind of on the point earlier about building your own toys, the experience of building it. Some people don't like it, like with Lego kits. They like the look out of them. They just don't like building them. I enjoy the experience.
I've always been big on Legos. That was a major point of contention with me and my mother for the longest while, is she sold my childhood Legos, and I'm like, you could have sold the Joes, you could have sold the Star Wars, and I said, but you sold my Legos, man. I get it.
I didn't have a whole lot of Legos, but the one I remember the most was this like IndyCar track piece, and it had like a mezzanine, and I would tear apart and rebuild that thing so many times.
At part of that city, I think it was a city builder. There you go, right onto the floor. Well, we may never see RC's foot again. She's now officially an amputee. Holy crap, it really is gone.
RC's down, folks. Hashtag pray for RC.
Holy crap. That's okay. I lost the little lamp the other day that comes with my Boris Karloff mummy, and had me and my wife down on the floor with a damn flashlight all over the place. And I vacuumed before I lost it, so I had to dig through the trash for 20 minutes.
Mm.
And then there it was, just right in the middle of the floor.
I've been at the kitchen table building Gundam kits and just dropping the littlest piece and just sitting on my hands and knees on the floor just looking for it.
I'm a little worried to get down on the floor and look for it because my wife and daughter are gone, and I'm still sometimes forget that I am a cripple, and I may not get back up. And I don't really want to have y'all listen to a grown man cry live on air. All right.
No.
Well, RC's just not going to have a foot for a little bit. I'm going to take this other foot off and put it on here, so it just looks like it was designed that way.
Am I building this leg long?
Shit, man. There goes your other foot. Oh, I can find this one. Okay, these wheels are supposed to go in behind her foot, but they sure just don't want to click in there. There's a few spots I've noticed that sometimes just do not want to work. It's rare, but
There we go. I don't know what I was doing wrong there, but get in the hole.
love that these come with a base.
Yeah. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I bet I put the joint in upside down.
You did that, damn federal agent. I knew it.
Yeah, I think that's what I did. Well, that's what's really nice about these. You screw something up, things don't go in the way they supposed to. Like, so if you look, this joint, I had it in the opposite side, and I could not get these pieces to get clean like this. So it's kind of nice. It's almost like its own built-in QC.
Just impossible to screw it up unless you just absolutely are trying.
Yep.
Dens, they run for the smaller kits like these that you find at the little 2-inch kits, blind boxes. They run about $4.99, and the big kits like we're doing here run around $10 to $15 depending on who's exploiting you that week.
Yeah, I found mine in a big box store for $9 and some change.
Man, if Ollie's gets these, there's no reason for me ever to go back to a toy store. I'm just shopping at Ollie's from now on. Man, that foot is just fucking gone.
Did it fall under your desk?
Maybe. I ain't getting down there. Here there be dragons. Shilly Shelly. I've heard of her. We need to just we need to just start the wholesome family shilling hour. And
Oh yeah. There's enough alter shill egos out there.
get call up Glob, Shillman, get old Shilly Singh, Maxashillian.
I can't believe they
Get all those Shilly cats.
can't believe they let that Shilly sing in the States.
They're probably watching him. I'm sure he's. I'm willing to bet he was nervous at the board at customs. That I shouldn't laugh. There's nothing funny about any of that shit.
His favorite Hasbro representative let him into the States. He's like, you talk good about the Maximum Hulk, we'll let you in.
Hasbro got him in. Oh God, that Hulk, man. Oh, it's I get it from a toy creators from a business standpoint. I get it. We've got the tooling, but just sell it as a regular. Just sell it as a regular line. I think if they hadn't have put Maximum on the name of that figure, I don't think anybody would have bitched.
You talking about the Hulk or just Maximum in general?
Yeah, both actually. I mean, I don't know. More than a few people say they really like that Spider-Man. I don't understand the pricing at all. There's nothing right about that pricing.
Right.
But I really think if they'd just do it as a main line, forget this whole Maximum shit, I don't think you'd had nearly as many people up against it. I don't know, $50. I don't know. I'm out of my wheelhouse because Marvel Legends is definitely not that's not the thing that I really. See, I could see me doing some painting on this, getting some of these little lines, especially on the face and the head, doing some panel lining.
I think the only thing I have left to build is the gun.
I'm going to turn off my ring light.
So the way the upper torso goes into the lower torso, it wouldn't be hard to swap those batteries out.
No, you can just pop it right out. See that lighting? That is really neat how they did that. I think I like these wheels on. They got them as part of a backpack, but I am going to put them.
Kind of has a little bit of that chibi look to it. Proportions.
I wonder. Listen, I've got some other 4-inch Transformers, and they don't hold up anywhere near what these are. No, I take it back. I don't like that wheel right there. No, go away.
I will say I've pretty good experience with this and would not be against picking up some more.
Yeah. I like that Optimus you're doing. I think I might have to. Well, I tell you what, the feet on this RC are so tiny, they're pissing me off. And I'm going to lose them. I know it.
Okay, that's nice. It's keyed. Oh, I missed
I mean, look, you get a stand. You get a. Maybe it's just RC that gets this. Does yours have a bracket, or does he just stand there?
Nope, mine didn't get a bracket. That makes sense. She gets one because she might be difficult to stand because of her slender.
Yeah, she doesn't have the little holes in her bottom. And the other thing too is all these bases
Connect.
fit together.
Yep.
Yeah, you connect all of them.
So I missed this piece.
I want that shockwave.
Oh, that's right. I think they did do a shockwave, didn't they?
That
I know there's a sound wave coming.
that's going to be a chase. You ain't getting that. Forget about it. That's going to be the one. That's what everybody wants. Everybody always wants.
So here is the close-up of Prime.
Oh, see, that looks good.
Full rotation. You can get about
His head's
up
a little
there.
beefy.
Yeah, the head looks weird. What is it? Single jointed elbows. Waist rotation.
So these are kind of similar to what? Bumblebee movie? Would that?
This is Rise of the Beast.
Oh, okay.
So we might see some Beast Wars as well. You get the full
Yeah, well, there
splits.
was one. There was a B4s.
90 knee
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
and ankles on a ball. You can talk about beef now, Max.
There was a Optimus Primal in this set, classic class.
Oh, there was?
Over there at that game exchange, yeah. But that just, I am pretty traditionalist when it comes to my Beast Wars. I want that. I really liked how War for Cybertron did it, but I did not like how I'm not a Michael Bay guy. I'll watch them, but
yeah, the Michael Bay verse turned some people off. That's for sure.
If it's a robot, I want to see. You know, if you're going to, I don't even get me started. I could bitch for hours on Michael Bay shit.
But my thing that I like to say to people that don't like Michael Bay is, if it wasn't for those movies, Transformers might not be around anymore.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I don't hate him. I mean, I've been watching Michael Bay for, since The Rock. I've gotten my enjoyment out of Michael Bay has gotten my money.
Yeah.
Would I go to the theaters to see one of them? No, but when it comes out, I'll watch it on whatever streaming services got it where I've already paid for it.
Yeah, I
But,
mean, he makes a great action movie, but the Transformers movies was, yeah. And he's a fucking creep.
oh, oh man, yeah, that I really wanted to like the Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. We're doing just fine, Mr. Booth.
Hey, Justin.
And right up until that whole Romeo and Juliet card law or whatever shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Seriously?
Yep.
Don't be telling people how to hook up with minors. That's really you lost me.
So why?
Why? What?
So did your trees with the joints have these Autobot Decepticon symbols on it?
Yeah, I've got a shit ton of them. They come with all the small ones too. And it says in the instructions they fit in any hole. But I tried, and all it did was make my butt hurt. I mean, it'd be kind of neat if they could hold them or something.
Yeah.
But I don't see where they fit.
Now, did yours come with these effect pieces?
Yes. So I got the pink. Oh, wait. What is that now?
It's like effect pieces.
Yeah. I got the Energon stuff. It's like these little pink Energon crystals.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool.
And then she got a weapon for each hand, so you can take your hands off and do these little weapons.
Yeah, that's how mine are. I was trying to figure out how the weapons went on. You just take the hand off. There. That's a beefy gun.
Right? Holy shit. Forget a hand cannon. It's just make the whole hand the cannon.
Yep. Well, I will have to say, I have sucked these off enough. I highly recommend anybody that's on the fence. $10 is $10. And
for $10, you are not going to beat this for an
hour's worth of, occupying your time.
And when that Devastator comes out, that's what somebody say. Legend series. What? The man, the myth, the legend, coming live from Legend Series Wrestling Association. It's Tony himself. No, wrong button.
What's up, Tony? If you take the ring light off, you can see the lights off a lot better. Open up his chest.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, I like the RC. Does it have like a metallic sheen to it?
Yes. All the red bits. Even the white has kind of a pearl finish.
Yeah, that's nice.
She
like
looks
that.
good. And I'll probably get out my .05 multi-liner and do a few of those panel lines. Especially on some of like the hands and the head.
Yeah, and I like how she has the stand so you can do more of an action pose like that.
Yeah, that is definitely. My daughter's going to end up with this because she gets all the RCs.
Well, and here it is compared to KO Mafex Wolverine. So, I mean, you got about a good 4 inches.
And I guess you got about the
what I
same
told her.
size when you're dealing with the other Blockies, because that's
Yeah. And how many
these are
points of
more
articulation do those have? Probably similar.
You've got ankle pivot, you've got knee, you've got in the words of one of my favorite YouTubers, a beautiful spread. You've got waist turn, you've got the pauldrons. He's got an extra hand, but this is his little weapon. Head turns, that goes back, so you can take that out of the way. Head turn. You've got enough to where you've got an articulated action figure.
Yep.
You're not going to get super abusive, but you could get it in a really cool pose. I'm about to stick a shit ton of these bases together. The cliff jumper. I mean, holy crap! Cliff jumper's my boy.
Does the classic base plug into those bases?
No.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, they do not. And I got an Energon cube.
Oh, you know what? That Autobot symbol fits in the fist of Optimus Prime. It looks like he has a fan now. A little hand fan.
Lordy, I declare I'm a bit warm, sir.
I declare.
I mean, I liked the core class when they did the all the War for Cybertron stuff like that.
You like these core classes?
Class,
the Dinobot core class?
Now, I didn't get the Dinobots, and I'm kind of wishing I had now.
I don't have all of them. I got a couple.
The reason I didn't is because I also collect War in My Pocket import. So I had planned, they've got a Dinobot set, and I was planning on getting those. So I just kind of skipped that core class. Now I wish I'd got them just because, because they made them, I guess. I don't have an excuse for my behavior. Sometimes I'm ashamed. I mean, I hope, and I don't know if they're going to do this because I honestly don't know how well that movie did, but I hope that they expand on the Transformers 1.
Yeah, that movie got screwed by bad marketing.
Yeah, it really did. But it was a good movie.
Yep. Everybody that went to it knows it was a good movie. Sadly, word of mouth didn't help with its final numbers. I had one extra piece. The little joint for the head.
Was it? Huh. My extra piece was a little arm socket, one of the little penis joints that, and of course that little Autobot thing, but they come with literally every other one that you get in the small class. I think they just come with all of them. So I'm super happy with it.
Yep.
I kind of wish I'd bought one of the other ones just because now that we finished this,
For something else to do. Now it's just more content for the next one.
yeah, now, if they do a sound wave, I guarantee you those things are going to be selling on the secondary market for about $25. So, Alpha Red, it's good to see you. Kaiju Kitty, always a pleasure, sir.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate the views and the feedback.
And the very first simulcast of Maximilian and Talib. So, Talib. I'm never going to get that right. I'm never getting it right.
That makes it even funnier. It never needs to be like right. Right. So I don't know if you've noticed, but so on all the like posts that I do on Instagram and
whatever, I'm trying to put a Pedro Pascal image on everything. Because the joke is he's in everything. So I'm going to start putting him in everything. Just as a troll and just because it's funny.
Oh, I'm just gonna call you Tal. That's my thing from now on. Just find a nickname.
Right.
We're gonna find you a we gotta find you a shill name.
I'm on Show Z right now, and I'm looking at the different Blokees. What were these called again? Classic class.
Yeah, these were the classic class. Now, I think this is this RC that I've got has got to be from what an RC was in
That's the Rise of the Beast one.
Rise of the Beast. So that's
Same
what
thing with
I've
this
got.
Optimus Prime.
Rise. Yeah. So, and these were the little. Well, they said classic class as well, but these are definitely animated. It's kind of a take on.
Yeah, it's more tune like.
Yeah.
So looking on Show Z, they have a 3-pack. That's this Optimus Prime that I have. Optimus Primal. Scourge. It's sold out, but it's $69.99. Oh, and that Optimus Primal looks nice. It's only monkey mode though.
Yeah, that's it. And it didn't. I don't know. That's not my wheelhouse. I'll leave it to you. If you like it, then I really just.
And then
I'm
also,
going to get frustrated. Oh, go ahead.
And then also they have a 2-pack of the 2007 movie Optimus and Megatron, and it's available right now for $44.99. So Shows these is a little bit higher because they're factoring in that shipping from China, United States.
Well, that's the other thing where these things are.
We're going to get them cheaper domestically just because of the price points probably that Walmart sets up or your local.
Well, they're definitely, and they're licensed by Hasbro and Transformers. So
Correct.
These are official, but they are coming out of China no matter,
So I'm wondering if the new ones are not called Classic Class anymore because there is a Soundwave and Shockwave that they have up on Show Z as well. And it looks like the Classic Class just from these images.
Is Classic Class always going to be the larger ones? Well, I mean, I say larger. It's
Well,
definitely a
see,
larger box, but side by side,
yeah,
that
because these are 5 inches tall and they have batteries in them.
I wonder if that's just what you're paying for with that larger is a larger base, effects, and a battery pack.
Yeah, yeah, because it looks
And yeah,
just like it's
Kaiju,
just
this is a
Transformers
dual
One.
this is a dual stream. We got a little too close in the restroom and
Yeah,
mix the streams.
and then marshmallow stuff just shot all over us. We thought we'd be tech geeks and try something some of these other guys are doing.
I know what to do. Push this button. Shit. Oh man.
But yeah, I definitely
If
think I will be getting Shockwave and Soundwave. The Shockwave looks nice too.
I think I'm gonna be a little careful as the ones I get because I am getting this is my non-shilling moment here. I like this RC. I had fun putting her together. My daughter's gonna enjoy her because she likes any form of RC she's happy with. These are the ones that I'm interested in, and only these. The ones from Transformers 1, I they look okay, but it's not my bag.
Right.
And Blind Box, and I've gotten, as somebody who is just sees the Blokees logo, and that's what I'm looking at. I didn't know enough going into it as to what I was getting and how I was getting it. And that's something that's been frustrating for me is I want to know what I'm getting. And I would definitely
Yep.
be getting frustrated more in the future dealing with blind boxes because I'm going to have that Devastator. That thing is badass.
Yep.
100%. But I'm going to end up with figures like these ones from Transformers 1 that I don't really want. And I'm not going to have any. They're either going to end up going in a box, or I'm going to send them to you.
Well, it's like I always think to myself, I wish I knew somebody that loved Legos and loved buying them, but didn't want to build them and needed someone to build them for them. Because I would do that on. I just like sitting and putting stuff together.
That geez Louise, I'm trying to think just the audio visual setup that you would have to like put together like Bradadur or the Dungeons and Dragons set or Hogwarts Castle, some of those, or hell like that. Remember what God, I screwed up. I had a chance to buy that Millennium Falcon. That
The collector's
huge
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could have had it for $100. It was on sale. And I was like, man, where am I going to put that thing? And the first time it falls over, I'm never going to see all those parts again. And now try to buy one now. And
Yeah, you're looking at 4 digits.
yeah, easily.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I dabbled into Legos a little bit. Every now and then I would get a gift card for somewhere, and I usually it was a Best Buy gift card for Christmas, and I couldn't find anything I wanted at Best Buy, and I was like, oh well, they got some Lego stuff. So I think I have like an X-wing, and then the Mandalorian's new starfighter, the Naboo starfighter. So I have a little bit of Lego, but I don't have room for Lego, and I don't want to collect Lego. I just like putting it together.
parsecs are not a measurement of distance. Or no, wait. There's that backward. Am I saying that wrong? Reverse that. Take it back. parsnips. You get some parsnips, you chop them up real fine, and that's what fuels the Millennium Falcon. That and some fried okra.
So now we need to go watch Solo again.
Oh man, I really want to like that movie, and I do. It's a guilty pleasure. I enjoy it. You know, I like a lot of these Star Wars movies and shows that everybody's like, you know, fucking Andor, man. Man, I like Andor. That was one thing about Trent. I'm waiting. I only buy Disney Plus once a year, and then I have just a week where you're not going to hear from me. I'm just getting all my content in, and then it's over and done with, unless I can find the DVD, which, you know, nobody makes anymore.
What's a DVD?
Yeah, right. It's the Warner Brother DVDs that are rotting on my shelf as we speak. But you know, I really like the crevice stories. It's one thing about Transformers that, you know, I remember buying issue 1 off of the newsstand, and the minute they brought Spider-Man in black and symbiote uniform in issue 2, I was just like, yep, this is done. They've screwed this up. When you started getting into my favorite Transformers book of all time is Megatron Origins.
It's a good book.
Because you start getting into the pre-fall of Cybertron politics and the Autobots and and the how it fall of civilization is always something that's fascinated me, and that is the perfect fall of civilization Transformers book, and it's so worth a read.
Because was it More Than Meets the Eye? Was during that part of it, that run of comic books? I know I read them all. I can't remember what it was called.
I believe so. I didn't buy too many of the other ones because they had so many. IDW and now Skybound is doing the same shit. And just put out one book. Yeah. Just put out one book, and I don't want to have to read 6 volumes of 6 different comics to know what's going on with the storyline.
So I think that Megatron Origin was in the More Than Meets the Eye run, and then
that sounds right.
IDW had 2 Transformer runs. They had More Than Meets the Eye, and I forget what the other one was. And the More Than Meets the Eye was more based in space, and then Cybertron, it followed Hot Rod and his crew. And Megatron, they already had the trial against Megatron. He was a war criminal, but like at the end of the trial, like Optimus vouched for him, and then Megatron became an Autobot. And then it moves on in a space story with Hot Rod and Megatron and a bunch of their crew. And then the second book was based on Earth, and it followed more of Optimus Prime. And Optimus Prime was kind of a dickhead because of some of the stuff he was doing. Like, he annexed Earth, and a lot of people give Optimus shit because, I mean, he basically took over Earth. It was like he was trying to protect Earth, but at the same time, like, no.
Live long enough to see the hero become the villain.
Right. That's what they kind of did. And that pissed off a lot of purists that love Optimus Prime. And then the politics stuff and the More Than Meets the Eye was really good. And it's what sucked was that got to a point, and then they just reset for some reason, reset all the universe. And it was kind of based on the prequel to the Siege cartoon that was on Netflix. And it just wasn't as good. And then at the same time, it kind of what stalled during the first IDW run, but the More Than Meets the Eye run was when Hasbro tried to do the brand unity thing and bring in everything together, and that revolution that was critically a failure.
And now they're doing it again. You know, I will say this with like the Energon universe. I stopped looking at it I still believe in the back of my head that they're trying to bring everything into one neat little package, and I don't like that.
Yeah, you don't. I'm a fan.
Now,
I if it's done well, I like it. But go ahead, keep going.
but as long as and I don't have a problem with that because I remember G.I. Joe versus Transformers. And it was a pretty decent little 4-issue series. I think they expanded and did a few others. But I also knew when I picked up my, G.I. Joe A-Rock comic, I wasn't going to be seeing any fucking Transformers in it. And when I picked up my Transformers comic, I wasn't going to be seeing my fucking G.I. Joes. I, keep my peas and my carrots out of my mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Doing it as kind of a niche, a one-off thing, I'm all for that. Give me a good story. You've sold me. That's it. I don't care about anything else. I want a good story. If you can make G.I. Joe versus Transformers and you can make it work and expand on more than just a 4-issue miniseries, you got my money.
Yeah.
And you're still giving me my Larry Hama comics to boot. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I don't have any problems with Skybound. And I was talking some shit on the Energon universe, and I will give credit where credit's due. True Star Screamer, even though you couldn't take 5 minutes and tune in and leave a comment and a like and sub, like all these other fine people are definitely going to be doing that are in the chat right now, aren't you? Because you've already done that. But
We're watching.
I definitely True Star Screamer. He was like, give it a shot, and I was like, all right, fine, and I did, and I'm enjoying it. It's, if nothing else, it is brutal, and they don't hold shit back.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's almost too brutal if you don't like that sort of thing. I don't. It doesn't bother me. The Cobra Commander. If you don't want to read anything from Skybound, if you're going to read something, read the Cobra Commander 5-issue arc, because what they do to his character, so Max, you're a little bit older than me, not to throw that in your face, but your main content of G.I. Joe,
man, I had a hard week. What the fuck, man? Why would you?
I made him cry, folks.
All right, go ahead. What are you saying?
But so the point when you were playing with G.I. Joes, collecting G.I. Joes, your continuity was the comic books, and the cartoon
Larry Hama.
The cartoon was probably a joke to you. Where I'm about 5 years younger.
The cartoon was something that I never got. Because it came on at exactly 3:00, and it took me on a good day at least 15 minutes to get home. So by the time I got home, I got the end of the 4th act and the end credits.
Yeah.
So that was it.
So to be general, it seems like the guys that are older, that their comic book was more of an influence on their content than the cartoon, and with good enough reason, because the cartoon was just silly. That's how Cobra Commander was portrayed in the comic book. Now, was he portrayed as like a buffoon, like an aloof, coward buffoon guy in the comic book, like he was in the cartoon?
He definitely had his moments, but I remember there's one scene where they wrote, I'm trying to think, it was the introduction of the G.I. Joe headquarters. And, Larry Hama always tried to portray it with just a touch of real military issue, so the Joes had captured Cobra Commander, and they're just like, and I think it was Roadblock or somebody was like, how about we just, and he had his battle mask on. And you just see it drawn, and it's Roadblock or somebody or talking, it might have been Roadblock, It was one of the characters were talking, and they were being real gruff. And no, it was Gung Ho. And you see Gung Ho talking portrayed through the reflection in Cobra Commander's mirror face. And he's just like, how about we pull that mask right off your little head and find out who you really are? And then Cobra Commander just reaches up, touches a button, and that little white strip slips back, and you see that his whole helmet is nothing but C4 explosive. And he's just like, we can try, and he had his brutal moments. He definitely wasn't the coward or the buffoon that the cartoon portrayed him as.
Right.
And understandably, because I mean, he was if you follow the story, Larry Hama, he warned us about everything, just like George Lucas did. He took problems he saw in the world and gave it. And if you get into the comic book version of Cobra, it's some scary shit. You've got a guy who is anti-establishment, anti-government, sets up a pyramid scheme, builds up revenue, hires Major Blood to provide him with an army, finds Destro to provide him with modern weapons of mass destruction. It's just one guy who was a pissed off car dealer.
Yeah.
Who felt that the government robbed him, and he just decided he was just going to destroy. I mean, Cobra Commander's a fascist.
Well, that's kind of how they're doing it in the Energon series.
Yeah,
and they're in the Cobra Commander series. It starts you thinking he's one way, and it flips it on a dime and shows you that I don't want to spoil it. I mean, even though it's over a year old, but
don't spoil it for the audience.
The way they develop his character in his series is very interesting. And Cobra Law is involved in it, just like the cartoon. It doesn't seem as stupid as some people thought it was in the movie. And I don't mind Cobra Law, but
no, you know what? I definitely like that Larry Hama is definitely quoted as saying is when Hasbro said, "Hey, this is the direction we're going," and Larry Hama said, "Yeah, fuck nah." But that's okay. We still got, Serpentor has a great storyline, kept Cobra Law out of the comics, and I think that really was a good thing. And the cartoon series, Cobra Law is that little guilty pleasure I got.
Yeah.
I've watched all the animated cartoons. They're all on YouTube. You can watch every one of them right now, start to finish. They're all here free of charge.
And Tubi's
and
another
somebody,
spot too.
yeah,
It's
and
free.
somebody is getting likes and subs by posting up the G.I. Joe movie. So
I think he got blocked on
if it's
that.
not if it's not Diaper Island, it's it's somebody else doing it. But you can watch that right now. Hell, it's even on Hasbro has it posted up, I'm sure, on their page. So I got caught up on all those, especially during COVID. I needed something to watch. And I was like, I've never seen all of these cartoons. And they had some great, as childish as some of them were, they still had some great storylines, especially the twofers. The
one where they go with an alternate reality is a really good one.
That is, and if you look at some of the writers that they had for the animated series, some of those writers weren't nobodies.
Yeah.
They were people who wrote a lot of good stories that a lot of us look back on with respectful nostalgia. Especially that one. God, what is the name of that? I was just talking about it the other day. Anyway, how'd we get from Transformers? Now we're talking about Blockies. But yeah, the
Uh,
Energon universe, and dude, seeing Starscream, I don't want to give away spoilers either, but what got me was when somebody attached Starscream to a HISS tank, and he was just like, I'm about to, what the fuck did you do to me? I'm about to kill all of you little, destroy the fleshlings. That's what I miss.
Yeah, and he is a son of a bitch in that comic book, Starscream.
And he should be. He's a son.
Yeah.
That's his
Really backstabbing SOB.
And that's the way it should be. All right. Well, we are just under 2 hours. What do you think?
I'm good at ending it. I can't think of anything else to go over. I mean,
buy these Blockies. They are definitely as much as people spend on. They're not a pain in the ass to put together, and they are definitely worth $5 or $10. It is probably the best priced toy that you can get right now. That is technically mainline.
Yep,
could you even
licensed.
Really call these third party?
Well, it's what's really weird with like third party and like Transformers, because all the stuff that's unlicensed is called third party. So I guess if you wanted to call it here's what you'd call it: licensed third party.
Which, hey, I wanted to comment on this. Somebody talked about this the other day. I think you're going to start seeing more and more of this. I think a lot of people misunderstand. They throw around the term bootleg, and some of it absolutely is, and some of it is most definitely IP theft. But some of it is like
third party Transformers is definitely IP theft, but it's not bootleg.
Yeah,
how I consider
it. But I think you're going to start seeing how many of these people producing these are also, if you look at some of the names, if you can find out the names of the people who are doing it, you watch within a couple years and you start seeing some of those same names going to work for some of the mainline companies.
Yeah.
So it's almost resume building at this point.
Well, that's why I don't think Takara and Hasbro puts the hammer down on these third-party Transformer companies, because it's free engineering. You take their shit, take it back to the corporate office, and figure out how they've maneuvered things around. That should save you money on development costs on Transformers.
Well, and I don't want to throw Ace's business out there, but I believe that this was talked about on from Ramen Toys, which I highly recommend. Check out his YouTube channel and his Instagram. He does some really cool stuff. But he went up to the cats who were doing the new mask toys and was like, hey, I would love to work with you. I'd be glad to share my stuff. And they were like, yeah, until they realized who he was. And then, and I kind of get that, but it's like, hey, listen, I've done something and I'm going to keep doing it, and I can, but I would rather do it with you than against you. And I was really kind of hoping that situation would turn out differently, but I guess not.
Yeah, kudos to Ace, because he wants to do it the right way. He doesn't want to do it like the rest of these third-party companies that are making it without the license. He wants those deals, but sometimes they don't want to play ball.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm definitely not for IP theft, and I'm pretty strong on that. But and I'll tell you something else. Ace is always stronger when he does his own stuff. Because I'll tell you what, nobody is making. He didn't have to steal any IP to make that Musk play set,
right?
Or any IP to do or to do the vans, and those vans are Well, that might have
Or-
been a little IP. I don't
or
know.
the bridge layer, because technically that was a
Hmm.
real world military vehicle.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. See,
Now, if
I
he
don't
makes
know how that would work. Like
now if
if
he makes
I
an action
was
figure that looks like James Cagney, that might be a problem. Wasn't that who Toll Booth was kind of modeled after? Is that who I'm thinking of? The right person?
sure looked like it was sure. Thinking back on it now, it definitely looked like James Cagney, but I'm sure that like nobody in chat right now probably even is old enough to know James Cagney is. So Google it, kids. Playmates owns the trademark on sewers. Yeah, I believe that. But you know, I think he's definitely someone who's capable of producing his own stuff and really coming out ahead of all of them. So
Yep.
I'm always happy to support Ace when I can. I sure wish I'd got that van because I got the real one sitting in my driveway. But
The van and one of
any
his Challengers or Chargers, one of those cars would have been fun to have. But
well, but see, that's the one thing I was thinking. Like if I did an F-14 Tomcat toy, like Robotech does, you know, or Harmony Gold or Bandai or something like that. And I know they've changed a lot of those things, but say if I did a Jetfire, like the original Jetfire, take all the Robotech and stuff out of it, and just that's an F-14 Tomcat.
Yep.
Did anybody have to go to Northrop Grumman, whatever the hell they're called? The
Gunthrop, North
yeah,
Gunthrop,
that's it.
Northrop.
Yeah, that's it. Did anybody have to go to them for licensing permission or anything like that, or is that just government property and anybody?
It might have been stylized enough where they didn't have to. Now, when Transformers did that crossover with Top Gun, they did, because on the packaging it says, it's licensed from them.
Well, and I know when they did the new Beetle, the new like I noticed, I seen the Lego kit the other day for the Lego Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Yep.
And
official.
it's got the Volts. Yeah, it's got a Volkswagen thing on it. So, well, anyway, Tal, you want to sign us out? Say goodbye to all these fine folk who definitely liked and subscribed.
Well, before we sign out, do we got anything to promote since we're live and can tell people about it?
I just got my Thursday night show, and of course, you've got open mic on Tuesday nights at Figure Fight Club.
Shout out to Avi and Brandon. Yep. I actually have a review coming up at 7 p.m. Nice little 10-15 minute review of the My Fig Voice stand. So it's a premiere. So if you guys want to hop on and chit chat while that's going through and watch it, I appreciate it. And then I have reviews every Tuesday and every Friday.
And definitely check out Tal's shorts. They're not the old whitey tighties. He keeps it nice, loose and flexible.
Just throw the pictures up. Yeah.
They're
so,
really good. So
yeah, I don't know what else to say, but thanks, guys.